Last summer, I visited India for the first time. When I got home, people asked me, "How was your trip?" The, the answer that I kept coming up with, in addition to being a good learning experience, was that I saw constantly a lack of opportunity for many Indian citizens. The answer I believe this to be was that there is constantly a lack of quality education. In my second week in India, I was visiting Varanasi. Our taxi driver explained to us that only the children of rich families were able to get a quality education. And the children that couldn't afford this were left with underqualified teachers and ill-equipped school buildings. But despite this underqualified education, it was not free. In rural India and Pakistan, only 28% of all students are meeting the basic math requirements, and 48% are meeting the basic reading requirements. Currently, there is a lack of education in developing countries and emerging market countries. This lack of education has a significant impact on the growth and development in these countries. In the way of this growth and development are the barriers that have been put up around education. A major barrier is not having enough resources to practice what you are learning. Their only resources may be an outdated textbook. In Cameroon, 11 primary school students share one reading textbook, and 13 primary school students share one math textbook. In Malawi, on average, there are 130 children per classroom. In many countries, there's also a lack of funding for education. In some cases, some children will have to walk up to 3 hours to school one way, and they also may not receive proper nutrition from the time they leave to go to school to the time they return home. Without this nutrition, they will not be able to function to their fullest. How does the US play a role in all of this and the barriers? Well, the answer is that we don't take the time ourselves to learn about the global issues, much less teach them in our classrooms. In the 2013 to 2014 school year, only 1.5% of all college students went on a study abroad, and 53% of them went to Europe. Think about it. Only 1.5% of all college students studied abroad, and half of them went to Europe, not a developing country. How many of you know your geography? In 2014, 75% of all 8th graders scored below proficiency level on geography. These statistics have not changed since 1995. In 20 years, we have not changed our global curriculum to understand where the countries are, much less the issues they face. We need awareness, a core understanding of the issues facing people like you and I in other countries, an awareness of how our lack of global education affects how we perceive the challenges that others are facing. We need to change our national curriculum that doesn't just give a surface understanding, but that every student in this country understands on a deeper level the issues that are being faced. We need to adopt a new curriculum that brings a multidisciplinary approach to learning. Why do we need this when the problem is in another country? The answer is that it is only someone else's and that it'll work itself out. Think again. Why do we fight wars? Why do we have terrorism? We don't understand each other. Understanding each other is the only way towards global peace. Become more informed about these issues. Talk to your children about them. Look around and make eye contact with your fellow citizens. Think about how much you really understand each other. Thank you.